你们好，朋友们. Welcome back to Jet Li's Rise to Honor.
我一出學堂 ，Leader 就揾我，利用我同你屋企嘅關係混入去做卧底。佢知道我會不惜一切去改變呢個害死我爸爸嘅世界。估唔到而家輪到你。
蔣小姐 ，Victor Lau， 3號會議調查課，你冇事就好啦。有咩消息？
喺我爸爸盤生意背後冒起咗個犯罪集團，佢冇去阻止，由得佢唔清楚邊個係幕後主持。由佢留低嘅資料睇嚟，佢好似查到啲嘢，冇理由佢唔懷疑阿關。
上車先講。你兩個冇嘢嘛？
我冇事，你放心去追啦。
快啲送去醫院啦！
Someone getting sniped on the docks. This seems familiar somehow. Can't quite put my finger on it. That'll come back to me, I guess. So at this point, the game hasn't exactly taken the training wheels off, but it is getting a lot harder. Once you make your way back to Hong Kong, enemies will take less time to start punching you in the face, and they'll have less tells. Or, in some cases, they'll just be unblockable and be huge jerks. Or they'll lose their vulnerability frames. Whatever the case, Hong Kong is extremely rude, and it doesn't really let up. We are definitely in the back half of the game. I'd say probably the back third, so I mean, it's probably, if you're gonna make the game harder, now's the time to do it. It's just, it's hard. for lack of any better phrasing, it's very difficult. This guy, for instance, is one of those parkour guys, but he no longer has any vulnerability frames. Or at least he doesn't have any, well, I tuckered myself out, time to take a break frames. So this section's annoying. The two big green goons will throw barrels at you anytime you try to attack this guy. Once you defeat one of them, the other one will come down, but he's a grappler. You don't have an opportunity to, you know, reverse his grabs or counter his grabs. You just have to punch him when he's on the way over to you. And as soon as you start punching him, the other guy will, of course, throw a barrel. Because, you know... And of course the other guy will also be a grappler, because of course he will be. So, yeah. Let's try that again, but with feeling this time. At this point, I assumed this guy was going to do nothing but grapple, but as it turns out, he's a little bit more nuanced than that, so... yeah, he does a little weird two-step grapple along with the pick you up and throw you across the street grapple, and some also just swings. So, yeah, I don't know. It feels like they were trying to make a more dynamic enemy, but they didn't build you up to it, so... yeah. Maybe they did, maybe I'm just complaining. I mean, there's options. Now, I have a hunch that it's possible to take these two guys up here out without too much of a fuss, but I decided to fuss instead. What we need to do is hit the lever they're guarding so that we can move onwards. But... I think this may be the first time I've actually noticed a second lever here. So yeah, if I hadn't interrupted them, I guess that would have fallen on them, but I did. Anyway, with them out of the way, we can move up this way. And from here we'll move on to our next section, which has another unique mechanic. A unique mechanic that I'm very glad is unique and only shows up once. So we're on the dockside, and the guy who sniped Michelle is on the lookout for us. Now you may notice it's kind of dark up here where we're at, but what we're going to run into is pretty much around every corner you see, or pretty much inside every lit window, is going to be some guys trying to knock you down onto the docks. And on the docks is, well, the docks are better lit up, so the sniper can see you there, as you can see here. What he'll do is he'll slowly focus his aim on your head, and once he's fully focused, he'll shoot you, and that's an instant kill. Now, if I was feeling froggy, I would actually give some of these guys a chance to hit me, but I'm not feeling froggy, so I'm not gonna do it. Sometimes the game does make you go down, though. There is some cover down here on the docks themselves, but it's not very good. Usually he'll say something and you'll hear the distinct sound of a gun cocking before he fires to give you a last-minute warning that you should hide or get out of the way, which may or may not work. And again, if it's too dark, I apologize. There's nothing I can do about it. The game doesn't have gamma settings. Now, I think there's one coming up that I can't be too angry about. See that one right there? That guy came out of a dark window, and he's the only one who does. Literally every single other guy that breaks out of a window comes out of a lit-up window. So that one will catch you off guard, and it's actually kind of funny. Like, the last time it happened to me, I laughed because I didn't expect it. This one becomes a lot harder because the lever you have to pull is a lot farther away from cover, and you got not much time to get back. So let's try that again. Yeah, it seems like this one there's only one piece of cover there, so... And if you're like me and you kind of mash the R1 button when you're close enough, you're not quite gonna make it. Yeah, see, there's barely enough time for you to get back from that one, so... It's alright, everything's fine. Oh, nope, there are two unlit windows that break. Huh. Yeah, if you notice me kind of, you know, randomly stopping and blocking, it's because I don't know where exactly these guys pop out, but I know the areas where they should pop out. And it's usually around any somewhat recessed corner. But I think that's it for them. Yep. And now we have a shooting boss fight, which is pretty annoying, actually.
Hey! Got Jack Tower!
This guy has a preposterous amount of invincibility frames. If you're hiding behind cover that has an obstacle above it, he'll shoot it down onto you. But if you try to do the same to him, then he dodges out of the way. Also, he can do that. He can do those little shoot dodges, and you won't be able to hit him while he's doing them. Pretty much all you can do is just kind of hide behind cover, wait for him to start laughing, and that's when you have an opportunity to shoot him, but that's about it. I tried to shoot down some of the obstacles he'll use to hit you on this side before I get over there, but you can't actually target the ones on your side ahead of time. So you got that going for you. Still, the third time is the last time you'll have to deal with this, so, you know, it could be worse.